Hello, how are you?
I'm great. How are you on this fine morning?
I'm kind of okay, considering that our call went so well. We didn't have technical difficulties at all.
None.
Okay, how are you doing?
I'm great. I'm Prapna,
Hi,
and
Pratna. I'm Furkhan.
hello, Furkan. Good
Hello,
morning.
Pratna. Good morning. Let's just talk like robots throughout the entire. Hello, Pratna.
Totally.
Hello. So, can you answer the question? Yes, I can answer the question. I am Pratna. You are Furkhan. Time to answer the question. Okay.
So, where's your chai?
My chai is non-existent at the moment,
hmm
but it will exist in the next episode. Where's your chai?
I'm glad that it will exist in the next episode. I don't drink chai, but I drink water, and I've got some water.
Okay. Is it chai infused water? At least?
Yeah, let's say that it is.
Yes, okay, fine. At least to make me happy.
Perfect.
Okay, so today we're going to talk about gratitude. And
Yes.
the reason behind that is because you had mentioned that it played a considerably big part in your self growth, and you felt that it was necessary to talk about.
Yes, and you shared the same opinions too, so.
Absolutely. And I think gratitude is necessary. I think we'll talk about it. So I've got 5 questions for you. And
I've got 5 questions too.
okay, fine. You go first. Or should I go first? Who goes first?
Whoever.
I'll ask you, wait.
Okay.
Okay, so the first question for you is, it's a very generic question. Is gratitude necessary in general?
I feel like a guru now is who's going to dispense advice to the whole
Please,
world.
oh wise one, I would love to listen to your advice.
I don't know if it's essential, but I know that for me it is now essential now that I have learned what it is. And yeah, I mean, I guess it sort of transforms your life because when there is gratitude, it doesn't allow you, or there is no existence of opposite emotions. My question for you
Yes.
is how and why has gratitude changed your perspective and opinions on life?
That's a very interesting question.
I think of interesting questions.
That's a very interesting thing to think about interesting questions. Um, I think growing up in a family that provides everything to you, and the fact that I was given everything, a good education, a good a good family, money, good clothes, cell phones, guitars, and everything, you you inherently start to want more because that's how human beings are, that they have this constant thought process to look outside and never look inside. They constantly look, and they're like, I want that, I want that, I want that. And that got me thinking at one part in my life, like, hey, why am I doing that when I have so much? And whenever I wanted more, it was because I wanted more happiness. And I realized that after this vicious cycle kept going on, that this materialism that I had created for myself was never going to bring me happiness. I had to really look around and see that, hey, I have a family, I have a roof over my head, and like those tiny things that I kept reinforcing, to myself, like through journaling, just over time, gave me this perspective on life, this fresh perspective on life, that you get happier by looking at what you have and not by what you like constantly keep desiring.
Or what you don't have.
Yeah, what you don't have. Because desire always exists and things always exist. And the truth is, you can never exactly have everything, but you can be happy with what you have.
Yes.
Yes.
Very true.
True. Okay, my question for you is, do you think gratitude should be reinforced every day?
Mm, I can talk about my journey. So, my journey initially with gratitude went with me taking a book and journaling every single little thing. And initially, for me, I found it mundane and pointless because I was writing things like, I am grateful for the creation of ice cream.
That's a
Right?
good
So,
thing to
when
do.
you keep having to do that, you're like, how much of an impact is this actually going to have? But what I realized over a few months was the domino effect is crazy. Like now, when I'm eating an ice cream, I genuinely feel gratitude for the ice cream and the environment and the life that allows me to have that ice cream. So, from my point of view, I think it's important to actually enforce it, like any other thing would be. But I think different people have different ways of doing it.
Okay, so enforcing it worked for you and you journaled.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a
I mean, that's
really
how I began to, but then after that, it just sort of becomes a,
it becomes like a habit in your head. It
exactly.
began like that for me too. I just started it. I am very thankful for today. Thank you for all the good things. Thank you for that dal rice line, mum. Yeah. Okay, that was a really nice answer.
Okay. So another question for you is:
Hmm.
has gratitude always been imbibed in you, or is that something that you actively practiced and learned?
Okay, so I have been raised by good parents, but at the same time, parents who have constantly been working because they're working parents, and they've tried to imbibe as many things as they could, and that's good qualities and honesty and a good character, and but then I've all
Very evident.
yeah, thank you, sure, thank you so much. But then I've also realized that as you keep growing up and you meet new people and you discover new environments, you are susceptible to so many things and so many people. And as they say that you become your environment. So no matter how much of whatever I had been imbibed, I kind of started morphing into something else. And this was, I think, necessary because I had to know that side too. And I was very ungrateful at a certain point in my life where no, I was like far from being grateful. I'd want everything. I'd want like the best shoes, or I'd want like the most fashionable clothes, or I'd want the best phone. But then, yeah, there were some things that my parents did teach me, and that stuck. And there are some things that you have to teach yourself, and teaching yourself can get difficult, but I think it's necessary because you have to teach yourself. You have to constantly keep telling yourself that hey, unless and until I'm the best version of myself, or like and as a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure some people really like being ungrateful and want good things, and that's good. But for me, I just wanted to be like a neutral dude, like I just wanted to be in the middle somewhere and not be on either sides. So
Okay. That's interesting.
thank you. I try to be interesting all the time. Okay, I have a question for you. Will gratitude and gratefulness bring more contentment in your life and less contempt? Contempt as in hatred or just like something that pulls you down.
Mm, from I think both of our experiences is pretty evident, owing to our cheerful demeanors.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. No, I think that it can only bring happiness. But I think another important thing to note is just saying that you're grateful for things could cause contempt because you say you're grateful for 10 things and then you see another person that has maybe 40 or 50 things to say they're grateful for, but saying you're grateful for things is very different than feeling grateful. So again, going back to that point would be if you're feeling grateful, then automatically you're attracting positive things. There's no way you would be attracting contempt. So I think also being able, because for a long time I was saying I was grateful for a lot of things, but I wasn't feeling
Feeling grateful.
grateful.
Mm-hmm.
So I think when you find that balance, it automatically just comes to you.
You attract.
Yes.
Absolutely. Thank you for that lovely answer. Okay, what's your question?
Okay, so do you think that the concept of gratitude would resonate with anyone and everyone can practice it?
Not necessarily. I think that most privileged people have this problem, that I think that's something that most privileged people need to see, is that they have so much in a very chaotic world. And the only way you realize that you have so much is just to look around. And sometimes I feel that humans are so delusional to the fact that yes, you're comfortable, but I think you should also take a peek to the other side to see what's happening, because most people don't have what you have, and I think that you should live a happier life in general. Because something that struck to me was that a lot of people have been sad for a very long time. And I don't know if it's this social media thing. I sound like some freaking 30-year-old. Give me my walking stick already. But this was this was something that really freaked me out when I eventually started noticing this, and when I came to college, I noticed that a lot of people were sad. And I was like, why? Because I was never a sad kid. Why was I slowly becoming sad, and why did I see everyone around me become sad? And I think that was also because of a lot of things. I'm just not gonna say I've not been grateful, so obviously you're sad, but I feel like no, everyone can't be grateful, because you have your own journeys in life and your own circumstances. And if you have suffered so much, and if you have encountered pain or abuse or whatever, then I'm sure you require healing first. I think there's a process to it. There's first acceptance of whatever's happened to you, and then there's healing of the being and healing of the soul, and then slowly starting to reinforce these small things like gratitude to make your life a little happier. And for the people who can afford to practice gratitude, I think they should, because just being happy, and just like waking up in the morning and saying, whoa, I'm alive and I have so much around me. I can get breakfast, I can get my pencil fell, I can get so much. And I think that is something most people could do.
Absolutely, you couldn't have said it better.
Thank you so much. Call me, what's that guy's name? Sadhguru.
Yeah,
Call me
you're
Sadhguru.
on the path of.
Yep. I just need to get a white beard. I need to sit down. आज मेरे दोस्तों, आज हम ग्रैटिट्यूड के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं.
He talks in Hindi.
I
He talks
think
in English, no?
Okay, son. I think I got confused with another Baba. I've been watching too many Baba videos. Okay, fine. The next question is quite simple only. And I think you've already said it, but I'd like to get your perspective on this.
Yeah.
Is a grateful person happy? Emphasis on the word happy.
I think in our current scenario with social media and what else is there? Whatever. The digital world, what's happening is we're always consuming things and we're always being fed information and probably like materialistic things that are telling us you need more, you need more, you need more. And also this concept of arrival. When I get this, I will be happy, or when I get there, I will be happy. And only if I get that, I will be happy. And that becomes like that extends to every percent of life. And I think that gratitude sort of reverses that mindset that we have now curated,
Yeah. Yeah.
for ourselves. So gratitude is sort of like going back into an older time and just looking around you and saying, hey, I know that there's a better job for me, or I know that there's always something more that I can be doing or getting, but right now I have to learn to be grateful for this moment.
Oh, that was very, very sweet. That was a very lovely answer. Okay.
Okay, so how do you include gratitude in your everyday life? Now, we know that you used to journal, but what do you do on a daily basis now?
So I start my day early. And the reason I start my day early is because I can step outside the house and first look at my house, look at everything, and just be like, whoa, okay, that's like the main thing I do. And when I wake up, I separate myself from all the gadgets I own, my laptop, my phone, whatever. I keep it away. I wake up, I spend 10 minutes with myself and with myself only. And I notice my breath and I take care of myself. And then I go for my workouts. And the one biggest thing I'm grateful for is just the fact that I am alive, that I get to be alive and I get to see so much and I get to have conversations with wonderful people like you. And I get to speak to my mom and I get to speak to my dad and I get to spend time with my cat. And you said something very important, that people have this arrival mentality that, hey, I'm gonna get there and then I'm gonna be happy. But I think that's so much time wasted when you can be happy right now in the present. And the way that I am grateful is just living in the moment. There's nothing more. I'd be I wouldn't be happy tomorrow. I wouldn't be happy yesterday. I'm just like content now. So that's how I
That's beautiful and
thank
very true.
thank you so much. Okay, so my final question for you is,
Yes.
how would you advise an ungrateful person to be grateful in the nicest way or in whatever way possible?
Mm, I've actually tried this. I've tried a lot because people say, I'm so sad, give me a pen and stuff. Like, how do you advise someone to not be ungrateful? It's difficult for you and me to be sitting here having a conversation and influencing people. I mean, definitely we could impact a mindset, but I think it comes from within. If you want to be happy, or if you want to get up every morning, like you said, and say thank you for this life and this world that you've put me in, then you have to want to do it. You have to want to go on that path. And I think there's very little I could say. I mean, maybe start a journal, or like there's a lot of things that you can find on the internet. Like actually Google how to learn to be grateful. I'm sure you'll find a lot of ways, but it comes from within. What do you think?
An additional question to that for you: how would you pull someone out in complete darkness? Because you also realize that when there is so much light in someone's soul and when there is so much positivity, there's an equal and opposite power or force or whatever it is, and that's darkness. And when a person is so deeply attracted to that and just shutting themselves off and staying contained, or just like substances or whatever it is, how would you just like give that little nudge to that person and just like take a step here? This is better. That's not that great, because we've been there.
Be there for them. Just be there for them and help them in every way that you can. But I don't know if it makes sense to give away your entire self in that process, because there are so many times, you're trying to pull someone out of the dark and you're just giving away every single amount of light that you have in you, and that
Absolutely.
ends up draining you and you
Yep.
get into that
Yep.
place.
Yep.
So
Yep.
definitely be there for them and help them by talking to them. What would you do?
I do exactly what you did, be there for them, and I have been there. So I also used, obviously, because I was learning, and I also used a method for myself, which was a little selfish, to heal myself by healing other people. But then I also realized the more I did that, I was, like you said, I was stepping and giving so much more of my energy to people, and I kept getting constantly drained. And I realized that, hey, I'm not doing the job here. I'm not helping that person. Neither am I, helping myself. So I stopped with the whole Baba talk and I stopped advising anyone. And I just told them that, listen, it's just like that. There's two things I do now: either shake them up, like just like a little nudge, like listen, you need to listen, or I just tell them, like, see that I was that person before, and I was in a state where I couldn't deal with my own emotions or my problems, and I have found a way. So I think you can find a way too. So those are the two methods I use.
That's the right method, honestly. Like, just kind of get involved and like for getting into their world, and of course,
Everyone,
everything is bad.
everyone has their own journey in life. Everyone, and no matter how much you try to help anyone, I think certain experiences or certain things just guide you. I still don't know how the answers or the questions of the universe or life or what makes us do this, but I also realize that if anything bad does happen to you, you can choose to call it bad and give it that name, or you can choose to see good in that bad. I've learned to see good in every bad thing that happens to me or has happened to me.
Absolutely. And like you look at it as, hey, what did I learn from that, rather
Yep.
than how could that person do that to me?
Yep.
Or
How could that person do
and
that
it
to
all
me?
comes to gratitude.
It does. It
Okay.
does come to gratitude. I said gratitude.
So my final question for you is, what are you grateful for today?
I am grateful for having a wonderful conversation with my friend Pratna.
Likewise.
Yes, and it was really, really nice. I am grateful for the two uncles and aunties that judged me in Jaimal Park. I'm very grateful for them. I love them a lot. I'm grateful for the blue skies. I'm grateful for the green plants. I'm grateful for the fact that I'm alive and I can smile and I can just do good things. I'm also grateful that I've officially transformed into a Baba. Today is the day marking day where today I'm just gonna wear the Baba cap and just walk around the neighborhood with a bell. Free advice. What are you grateful for today?
Um, let's just wait for your screen to come back. It sort of disappeared.
Is this disappeared?
No, it's fine. Yeah, now it's fine.
Okay.
What am I grateful for? Ah, I'm grateful for no matter how much I hate on Instagram, grateful for it that it's giving us a platform,
Mm-hmm.
like little nobodies that want to
Little
talk about life,
Ooh.
actually have a platform
Yep.
to talk about. I am grateful for the law of attraction that allowed me to get to this place to have this conversation with you.
Absolutely.
I'm grateful for my bottle of water that I didn't drink and your cup of chai from next time that you will drink.
Yes. You should be grateful.
And
Abhi.
I'm so grateful for this life.
That is fantastic. Did you like this conversation?
I love this. I'm grateful for this
I'm
conversation.
grateful for this conversation.
It has made me better already.
I'm just gonna go to the hall right now and I'm gonna be like, Mom, that pillow, I'm grateful for that pillow. That couch, you have no clue. I'm so grateful for the couch. So I think that it was really, really, really nice talking to you today.
Absolutely. It is a great start to the day.
It's a great start to the day. It's a great start to everything.
Absolutely.
Okay.
To many more conversations like this.
To many more conversations, we have decided to call this Chai and Gyaan, and I'm gonna make sure that Pratna starts drinking chai. I'm gonna give her like chamomile tea, oolong tea. I'm gonna test. You're gonna be my test subject now, and then not to forget Taj Mahal tea.
Hey, does green tea count because we're like healthy and working out?
Of course, green tea is the best.
Okay.
So green tea.
Green tea from next time.
Okay, Pratna. Thank you so much for talking to me.
Okay. Thank you.